Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to ERC's The Stage for week number 5 as we build up to the 2019 FIA European Rally Championship. The season is not far away, and as the summer sunshine basks us in Europe, we're getting ready for some hot rally action as we head to round 1 of the championship. So in our build-up of programmes to the start of a belated start to the ERC season this year, we're talking to different drivers each week and bringing you all the news, views and reaction and gossip from the world of the ERC. Of course, joining us on the line is Julian Porter. Julian, you're up there in the north of the UK. I'm in Wales at the moment, and great to see you again. Hair's looking good. You're looking good.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. I tell you what, as you say, we've had this beautiful weather and we've still got it. It's absolutely fantastic. And been out this morning, did my big, massive walk, and yeah, just everything's pretty good. Waiting for some rally action. But you did scare me because you just did say waiting for the 2019 season to start.
Do you know, I've said it so many times. No, faux pas. I've said it so many times last year. I just can't get into this 2000. Well, so far,
well, no one else can at the minute. So
2020 has been a write-off so far this year. So I think as we've gone over the middle point of June, and we're heading now towards Christmas on the downhill slope. And hopefully we're going to cram a lot of hot rally action into the latter part of the year. So hopefully 2020 will improve. Tonight, Julian Porter on the show, on the line, joining us from across Europe. Who are our special guests?
Well, we've got 3 special guests. From not far away from us, we've got Callum Devine, the Motorsport Rally Academy driver. Miko Marczyk is here with the Orlan team and his Skoda Fabia. Miko's in his car. We'll get more of that there. And then we've got a junior driver joining us from Belgium, Amaury Molle, who is in the Delta Rally team. So we've got 3 different nationalities across 2 categories of cars.
I love the way that everyone all slots in there. It's like celebrity squares of who's going to be in which corner tonight. Callum's on the top.
And I wasn't thinking. Our editor was very quick at getting who I was mentioning because we hadn't decided who was coming on first, had we? But anyway, they're on now. Let's get on with it.
Right, lovely. So there are our guests. Good evening, guys. Say hello, just to make sure your microphones are working.
Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello, everyone.
Cool. Right, that's good. So technology is working good, which is nice. Not like last week when Albert Van Thurn and Taxis arrived fashionably late and crashed the opening section of the programme. Let's move on to the news then, Julian. We'll come back to our celebrity guests in a moment. Rattling on. We'll come and talk to you guys in a minute, guys. But let's just go through the news of what's happening in the world of the ERC this week. So some developments since last week, Julian. What's been going on your paperwork there?
Right, well, we're going to, obviously, we always do the calendar, which we will do. As you've mentioned, round 1 is Rally Roma di Capitale, which is the 3rd weekend of July. Then we go to Rally Liepaja. That's now an ERC event only, running on the 14th and the 16th of August. Then it's the Barham Czech Rally's Lynn. Now, there has been some news today about Barham, and with the state of the world, and I suspect the 3 drivers who are on here now as well, and a lot of our teams and competitors, money's tight, and it's no different for events as it is for competitors. So if you're a sponsor out there and you want to sponsor an event, get in touch with Barham Czech Rally's Lynn. You could grab yourself a very good deal and become part of that event. Then we've got the Azores, Cyprus, Hungary, which is a rally that Callum did last year. And then we finish off with the Canaries just at the end of November. So as you said, cramming 7 events in to quite a short space of time, it will be very demanding for them. So that's our calendar news. Driving news, etc. Emma Falcon, the lady driver from the Canary Islands, she launched her colour scheme for her car this year, Citroen C3, like she drove last year. She's hoping to do the tarmac events from the European Rally Championship. So completely different colour schemes to what she's had before. So that's Emma's new livery. Petr Semerad, remember, he's done the ERC before in the junior category. He actually won the Mogul Rally in the Czech Republic, which was kind of, I think, a single venue event from what I've seen. And Jan Kopecky was there, people like that. Kopecky had a puncture, but Petr Semerad was in the right place at the right time to take advantage of that and win. I've seen a photograph of the pair of them on the podium. They don't look old enough to be driving or co-driving. And hopefully they're going to be around as well in the ERC. They're hoping to get some budget together to come and do some ERC. And then another Czech-based story, Jan Holasek, who used to be the co-driver for Philip Mares. He did a couple of rounds last year in replacement of Parol Dressler with Jan Kopecky in the World Championship. That move is now permanent, and Jan has joined Jan, and the pair of them are going to join up. And they did their first rally last weekend. So someone graduating from the ERC up to the World Championship potentially, but definitely a Czech program. That's my news.
Excellent. That's the news out of the way. Got to say hello to quite a few of our viewers around the world. Of course, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. Got to say hello to Chris Ingram. Of course, 2019 ERC champion is watching from Manchester. Pluto is watching in the Czech Republic, as is Trevor Dempsey from Ireland. He's saying hello to us this evening, and Gareth as well.
John Armstrong saying hello as well. Someone from Ireland, big on his what do you call it? Sim racing, rally games. So.
Right. Let's just go to where should we start with our guests this evening? We're waiting for some videos to load up in a moment, but we've just got to say, well, who should we start with? I mean,
let's start with Callum. He's on the top row. Let's start with Callum, and we'll join around. Yes. And Callum, where are you at? What have you been up to so far? I've done virtually nothing this year, but what have you guys been doing?
Yeah, my year's kind of been, it's pretty much just been work so far. I'm kind of eager now to get back at rallying. You can hear me all right, can you?
Yeah.
All right, that's all right. Yeah, we just pretty much been working and stuff. I'm based in Northern Ireland, so it is about an hour outside Belfast. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. I'm a wee bit eager now to get back at rallying, apart from doing the bits and training and stuff on the bike and stuff. But, yeah. But a rally cars now would be what I'm looking for.
Callum, just looking at the row of trophies and the silverware that you've got in your sort of museum corner behind you, I guess that's at home or in your garage or something. You've got a lot of silverware. But originally we saw you on the European Championship in the Circuit of Ireland a few years ago. And that was kind of your first sort of brush with the ERC, and then you went off to JWRC for a bit, British Rally Championship and so on, and then you bounced onto the scene in the Hyundai last year. What made you decide to come out to Hungary? Because the weather was atrocious out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, as I say, 2019 was pretty much our first year in R5, really, other than some select events. And yeah, we were racing in the Irish Tarmac Championship. Yeah, we built our speed up quite well and good. And obviously we built a relationship up with Andrew Johns from Hyundai Customer Racing, you know. And yeah, we got talking throughout the year, and Hungary came up, you know, because they obviously wanted us to move into a Hyundai. And yeah, it proved out quite well for us. And yeah, it was definitely one of the hardest rallies I did for the weather conditions, but it was pretty crazy at times.
Were you surprised to end up on the podium? I mean, when you came to Hungary, were you thinking, well, top 10 would be good, or to finish would be better? But yeah, what about third? Happy with that?
Yeah, hey, we were over the moon. We were over the moon. We didn't really know what to expect. As we say, we had a wee quick test in the car before we went out, and went to Hungary. It was a lot different than what I was used to. Like I was in the Fiesta. So we got ourselves dialed into it, but yeah, the conditions then were, I think you know as well, like it was pretty crazy. So anything to try and to learn that and then try and learn Hyundai we would have settled for anything to get to the end of the rally, you know. But yeah, to be on the podium at the end, it was pretty, yeah, it was good, and it's helped us now for this year. You know, where they make a step into the ERC, you know, it helped the progression, and obviously looking for support, you know. So yeah, delighted with.
Good.
That's it. Well, we'll go to Miko as well. I just saw a message came up there as well. Apparently, Callum Devine has the best accent in the ERC, according to Chris Ingram. So, but what we'll do is we'll say hello to each of them, and then we'll mix it all up a bit. But Miko, we're going to come to you next, because you're in a car, and you've worked very, very hard to basically get that position and that shot. But fair play for joining us. Whereabouts are you right now?
Yeah, hello everyone. It wasn't easy. We were working together to make this studio, my car, as much professional as possible. I can show you on the windows. I have my T-shirts to, to prepare it a little bit better because today we are together with my co-driver Szymon Gospodarczyk on road because we had some meetings with sponsors, and tomorrow we will have a meeting in Czech Republic with our rally team, and we are on the highway at now, and this is my studio for today, and this is where I am.
So have you got a big drive back to where you need to be? Your meetings today. I mean, getting around Poland takes a long time. How far have you got to drive back home tonight?
Yeah, we are going from Łódź, which is a city in the center of the Poland, near Warsaw, near capital city of Poland, and we are driving like 450 kilometers near Zlin, near Barum Rally, because Roman Kresta has here the workshop, and it's not far away because it's good road. We have a highway. It's like 4.5 hours in total.
Not much, is it, for Poland?
That's good.
Yeah. It's not very big distance because all over the year I did last year probably 120,000 kilometers in normal road car. It's quite a lot, but it's necessary to get possibility to start in ERC.
Whenever we drive from Warsaw to Mikołajki, it's a crazy drive, 3.5 hours. But I don't know how you do it on those roads
Yeah,
in
this
Poland.
one is not not maybe not perfect, but other roads are quite good.
Let's go down to the bottom left. Oh, sorry, Julian, you got your finger pointing. The
Well,
pointing
no.
finger.
I was going to say, let's hear where our third esteemed guest is sat right now. What you're up to, Amaury? Where you at? What's going on?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just in my room. So I think it was easier for me than for Miko to be online today than in this car.
I
So
love the room. Are you okay? So is that your actual bedroom at home? Is it?
yeah, exactly. I think you see the simulator also at the back, and yeah. So I'm just working on for everybody here. So it's my private room and the area where I work for the rally, for sure.
To meditate and relax. So you're joining
Exactly.
us this year. Yeah, you're joining us this year on a new ERC3 campaign. It's going to be great to see you across the whole season. You're looking forward to it. Slightly early departure from the Barum Czech Rally's Lynn last year, with a pace note being slightly wrong on that one, causing an early retirement from the event. But you're looking forward to the season ahead when it does start.
Yeah, for sure. We're looking forward for the start of the season. A bit postponed for sure, but we were preparing all the season since a lot of months, because since the Barum, we said okay, it was an early exit because it wasn't planned that we were going to the Barum, and we had to work on the rally preparation for only 1 week, and it was not easy, because it was a new co-driver also, so a new relation between us. And so for this year, we are working very hard, and during the lockdown, we were working a lot together online to be ready for the start. Yes.
Okay, that's
to
good.
avoid any mistake like we did, for sure.
Barum's a scary rally. There's so many people that have made mistakes in the juniors on the opening street stage in Zlin on the first night, and it's loads of people have had issues in there in the past, but this year you'll be fine. We've got some newcomers, haven't we, coming to the championship this season, Julian?
Yeah, we have. I was just gonna go back to Amaury about, obviously Barum was tarmac, Ypres, Belgium's tarmac, and things like that. Is that a surface you prefer, or are you looking forward to the challenge of the gravel that you have with the European Rally Championship?
This is a very good question, because I need gravel, and to be honest, I was starting. I think I started driving on gravel in Belgium with quad and buggy, so it's not the same, but it's where I started. I started before, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the gravel, because I'm more specialist, I would say, of tarmac, because most of the rally I did was on tarmac. And in ERC, it's very nice because you have 3 rally on gravel and 3 rally on tarmac. So, okay, this year without Poland, but that's the challenge we are looking for.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
good.
We'll come back. Right, our newcomer clip, Julian. We've been running our newcomer videos that they've been recording, for us to play in the program each week. We've got a late arrival for our newcomer this week. Some
Yeah.
technical issues coming from Spain. However, I do believe that we can play our newcomer clip. So hopefully our producer can press play on that VT, and we'll be back to you in a moment, guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Pep Bassas, Rally Team Spain ERC3 Junior driver in 2020. I was born 27 years ago in Osona, a local region of Catalonia with a big passion and tradition in motorsport. My father began in rallying when we was young, co-driver by my mom. He won the Spanish Rally Championship before I was born and was a big idol for Spanish fans. He managed his own team and they grew up on the workshop, close to the racing cars. Sadly, my parents did few years ago, but I've initiated their rally fever. Nowadays, I work as mechanic hand by hand with one of the 2 guest rivals I had to face in Molle, the Regional Cup I won 3 years ago. The support from Royal Catalan Motor Club to the competed in Beca Junior R2, promoted by Spanish Federation. I finished second my first national program behind Jan Solans, and I took the title last year. That's why nowadays I'm the new Rally Team Spain driver. A big dream for me. That's the main opportunity I could receive. I'm giving 100% ability to get the most of trying to win ERC3 title.
Love it. So that's Pepe is one of our newcomers, our new faces on the ERC this season. So we're looking forward to seeing Pepe in the flesh. And thanks very much.
That's it. And obviously, he joins the program that Efren Lorena and Sarah Fernandez have been part of for the last 2 years. So there's like a great backing there for him to follow up on. So it'd be great to see him. I'm going to come back to Miko on the back of what happened to Amaury in Bahrain. Miko, you've done 3 ERC rallies, 2 in Poland, 1 in Bahrain. Obviously, going to Bahrain is very, very, very demanding and everything. And you had a crash there last year. But how important is it for you to learn tarmac? Because obviously, you do a lot of rallies on gravel in Poland.
Yeah, during last question to Amaury, I was thinking this is question for me, because I also have some problems on Bahrain Rally last year, also connected with some pace notes, but my fault, not fault of my co-driver. That was very demanding for us. That was 1 week after Rally Rzeszów, which was important in our Polish championship. Very demanding event, and the situation is quite funny because my background is indoor karting, which is more on the tarmac. After it, in Polish championship, we have like 80% of tarmac rallies and maybe 20% on gravel, and my experience was much bigger on the tarmac. But in 2018 I did my first gravel rally on the Rally Polski, which was in 2018. That was my second gravel rally, and my performance was I think really good, like for the second try on the gravel, and I love this surface. And after it, I was thinking that all the time in 2018 that my advantage is on the tarmac, but after the Rally Polski 2018, in our team we started to think where is the advantage and where are the disadvantage, what is important to work on, and where are the weakness of me as a driver. And now I really don't know, because it's half I think. From one perspective, I know that on gravel it's a lot of to do, but it's quite easy for me to make progress. And from other side, on the tarmac, I had quite a lot of events, like for me, like 25 rallies on tarmac, and I haven't got so many ideas how to make speed in the easy way to progress it, but I'm working on it, and in total I'm like 50-50 guy now, tarmac and gravel. But I have a lot of to do on tarmac and on gravel. I'm not on the finish of my learning. I believe that European Rally Championship will be a great place to achieve good experience on tarmac and on gravel.
Miko Waiki, just looking at the footage here of you, Miko, from last year on the ERC up in the northern part of Poland there. It's beautiful. Just the rolling countryside and the gravel looks absolutely stunning. Obviously, Callum, you haven't been privy to this. Rally Poland is back on the calendar for 2021. But what's your feeling like on gravel? Irish Tarmac Championship and so on. But yeah, gravel, is it your forte, or do you not like it so much?
I like gravel now to drive on. I think it's a great sensation, but yeah, it probably wouldn't be my strongest point, that's for sure. I've only really done a few gravels, mostly, well, some in R2, mostly in the BRC, the British Junior Championship, and then that was in 2017, and then we did some in 2018 with the juniors, the JWRC. So we learned a bit there, but yeah, preferred surface is tarmac for sure. But yeah, we're here to learn and try and build our speed up here in gravel and the European events.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the calendar, we've got 7 rounds, 4 on tarmac, 3 are on gravel. So that probably favours you slightly, doesn't it? It gives you that experience to learn the gravel, but you can be strong on 4 of the events and take the other ones a bit careful to learn.
Yeah, I think so. That's our plan. We want to try and take whatever advantage we have on the tarmac and try and put on a result. But yeah, it's probably worked out okay this bit of a delay now that we're starting on tarmac rather than Azores, And but yeah, look, we just have to take it as it comes, and we're looking forward to it,
Amaury, just for you, I mean, you're in the ERC3 equipment, so 2-wheel drive, slightly disadvantaged towards the 4-wheel drive equipment. What's your feeling on that then? From Belgium, I'm sure you're used to sort of square lefts and 90 rights and so on, but yeah, you like that for an idea?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's I wish to drive in L5 in the ERC. But clearly the plan is not possible, because if we want to do a program in R5, we can't do many events. And first we have to do many events to gain some experience and kilometer on each event of the ERC. So that's why we chose the L2 car again this year. And yeah, when you drive an R5 like my mates today, you don't want to get back in a 2-wheel drive. So that's the problem. And yeah, after the Condra, the last event of Belgium championship last year, it was the C12 and I said, okay, we'll not go back in a 2. But unfortunately, and even with the pandemic, for sure, here we have to be happy to drive and to still drive compared to many drivers, which is not the same situation for them. So yeah, looking forward to the L5, but a bit later, I think.
But driving on gravel. Sorry, no, that was just. Go on. Do you want to go? Go on.
Well, no, I was just going to say, you're talking about, obviously, I've got written here Peugeot 208 R2. With this delay, are you getting the new Peugeot, or are you still in the one from before? Because this delay's really helped some of the Peugeot drivers in R2, hasn't it? Because they're going to get the latest car.
Yeah, that's a very good question, and for us the same. We don't know. There are some delay, and for sure we will need the car right now, and it was planned for, I think, June, before the pandemic. So at the moment we don't have the new one, and I don't know when we will receive the car, the new Peugeot RE4. So yeah, finger crossed for as soon as possible, but I don't know when it will be. So to be honest, I can't answer.
The plan is to move to the
Yeah, it wasn't very clear when we were announcing the program in March. But yeah, the plan was to move for the Rally 4 in one time, but and start with the old one. But right now, I can't tell you when we will have the new one, even if it's a project.
Can I just ask, okay, so the R2 two-wheel drive Peugeot, lovely car, but we were just looking through some of the photographs today of you doing ice driving on the snow, and we could bring up some of those pictures now because they're just absolutely stunning photographs of you. Tell us a bit more about your career then and driving on the Sub-Zero stuff, because I mean, a Porsche on snow with lamp pods on the top of it is just, makes
Yeah.
me fizz.
Yeah, it's amazing experience that we are doing in Sweden during the winter. So I've been in Sweden, in Ashbrook, is the capital of the car industry during the winter, and I'm teaching to many people. It can be even simple customer, just want to drive on ice, or even some driver from many category, even in rally or in on track, driving on track for Formula or something like that. And we are teaching to them on ice with this range of cars, so Ferrari, Porsche, and else. So it's completely different from the Peugeot, but it helps a lot because you gain some experience. Even if I'm not often on the drive seat, on the passenger seat, you get many information. Your body, takes some information for the car control, so it's very good. And when I take the car, also it's even more important and useful for me after when I start the season.
You're not getting to the stage of recreating famous racetracks from around the world in on the lake bed or anything.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. So the company Lapland's Driving are making the same track, same Formula One track. So we have 5 Formula One track, one scale. So it's completely the same, but on ice. So we have 5 famous tracks from the world of the Formula One, and we are driving on it. So it's very amazing experience for sure.
Brands Hatch. I'm really good on the PlayStation on Brands
Brands
Hatch. I want to try
Hatch.
it on ice. It would be quite good, or the Nordschleife would be good, but I think you'll run out of lake, to be honest.
Yeah, but Nürburgring on the ice is very amazing, honestly, and even more Silverstone for you as UK people is very amazing. Big speed.
What I like about that picture, Callum, Miko, we bring you in. I like the little snowplow on the front. I mean, how important though, Miko, Callum, is driver training? As Amaury said, I did some driver training, and even though you're in the passenger seat, you still learn stuff because of the driver's either mistakes or lines. You do learn stuff. Do you think that is that something you get involved with in Ireland or in Poland? Is driver training?
Yeah. Go on ahead, Miko.
It's hard, this lockdown stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, the driving training is the most important. Especially the best is to be in our own rally car. In our case, Callum and me, R5 car on the stage, maybe test stage on the behind the steering wheel. But every time when we can get behind the steering wheel, maybe simulator or some normal cars, it's also important for us, as you said, to be a coach for someone to be on the right seat. It's important during this lockdown time for me. That was a long time during the days and nights on the simulator. I did some rallies in the Skoda Motorsport e-Challenge, which was on the Dirt Rally 2.0. I did a lot of hours in the game. It's and now I can say it's too much and I need some real trainings, but that was good. We can train some concentration, reflex, and it's good to be in the competition, internet competition. It's quite a big competition there because everyone can start. From my perspective, at now I'm not sitting very often on the right seat to be as an instructor or co-driver, to be with someone else, but I hope that during the next weeks there will be time to make some maybe 2 or 3 days test before the the Roma Capitale rally, which is important because my last rally was in December. That was a small rally, Barburka Warszawska, in the capital city of Poland, in Warsaw, but that was just 20 case rally. And my last real rally was like in September, which means that I have like very long break, and I need to go into the rally car. In March we had like 1 day test on the gravel before Azores, but we were not on Azores, as everyone, as you also. And I'm waiting. I'm really waiting, and I hope to be in the rally car like in 10 days, I hope.
Callum, just if I could jump in, Callum,
Yeah.
are you doing pre-event tests before the season gets underway down on tarmac in Italy, or are you busy doing the day job, whatever that is?
Yeah, we're busy doing a day job as it is, which is in construction. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting back into a rally car. That's definitely for sure. We plan to have a test arranged here before we go out to Italy with PCRS. So we do, and yeah, get some valuable miles in the Hyundai, and then yeah, we'll have the pre-event test in Italy on the Tuesday, and try and get fine tune it a wee bit better then, So yeah, it's vital to get some miles and get the confidence up heading there first.
When was the last time you were actually sat in the car? Don't say Hungary last year.
No, it actually was February, the start of this year. So it was we did a wee small rally and up in Northern Ireland, the 5 Mile Town rally. It was a wee gravel one. So yeah, it was good. So it was for us good learning, but obviously it was planned for Azores. So yeah, it's back to tarmac now and get ourselves dialed into that. So yeah, it wasn't too long. Hungary before that,
And just saying about the day job, you're in construction. So is that
Yeah.
building houses or what are you doing? Building highways, skyscrapers?
Yeah, we build private housing, so we do here in Northern Ireland mostly, So yeah, mostly I'll be on site doing groundwork and driving diggers is that's my day job. So it is, So more hands on for me. But
Do
yeah,
you drive the really big diggers, or do you drive like the little small ones that go through doorways?
we have wee small ones and big diggers. We have a lot, so
Oh,
they're all needed. They're all
all
needed.
right, cool. I want to have a go.
Something I want to just bring up, potentially with all three of them, but definitely Callum, because you can see it on his shirt, Motorsport Island, a former Billy Coleman Award winner as well. How important is it to all three of you, and Callum starts, then Miko, and then Amaury, how important is ASN and federation backing from your countries?
Yeah, for me, it's vital. I wouldn't be in the European Championship this year without it, which is brilliant. This year, Ireland's took a big step. Motorsport Ireland, thanks to a lot of guys investing into it, like John Coyne and that. It's been vital, and I think we had a sit down this year, probably mid last year, with Sean McHugh, he runs the Motorsport Ireland Academy and stuff, part of the ASN, and we kind of says we wanted to get this European. My plan was to go back to the European Championship. So yeah, it's kicked off since then, and I can't thank them enough. It's actually part of Motorsport Ireland that the Academy has really linked us up with Hyundai as well, which is it's all just spiraled off, so it hasn't. Here we are now, ready to start the European Championship for a full season campaign. So yeah, very, very thankful. So it was,
Miko?
Point down.
Yeah. In Poland, the situation is maybe a little bit different, to be honest. But of course, I'm all the time in the contact with the Polish Motorsport Association. But it's a little bit different. My opportunity to be in the ERC, it's like 100% because of my business partners, especially Skoda, Orlen, Volkswagen Bank, and Michelin. The situation of the Polish Motorsport Association is not great. They haven't got a lot of money to support, but I hope in future for them there will be also possibility to support some young drivers, because it's really important. I'm happy that Callum said that in Ireland it's better. Also, Filip Mareš in Czech, Eric Zeiss, and some drivers from France and other countries are happy with the big support of the association. In Poland, it's not easy, but I'm happy to have my great sponsors and to be on the start on ERC 2020.
Amaury, what about you?
For me, it's look like Miko. To be honest, in Belgium, it's not the same than in Ireland, also like Callum. So enjoy the opportunity we have, because it's not the same for every country, for sure. So yeah, here since I did rally, I do rally. Sorry, it's because of my principal and faithful partner, which are very very helpful and try to do everything square. And that's why I do the ERC now, because the media situation is very good, to be honest, with your team and Eurosport. So it's very very good for my sponsor, and that's why we chose the ERC program instead of the WRC like we did before. And so the federation is not very don't give us the help we will need for a program like this, but we can do it, and we can make it with our private partners. So that's the best things, and we really want to do and to start as soon as possible the ERC program in 2020.
That's good. Strange but true. You know, we have some strange things happening on the ERC, and what's great about the European Championship is it's bringing new drivers in from ERC 3 up to R5 and ERC 1 category, and then onwards and upwards. And the Czech Republic, Poland, Ireland, and Belgium. There's been some great drivers that have come through the ERC ranks onwards and upwards during the years. And Julian, of course, if we look at the Azores rally that everybody loves, there's odd things that happen on that event as well. So our strange but true section, talk us through this from a few years ago.
This was qualifying in 2015. This is the stop line. I'd never ever had a rally car arriving backwards at the stop line, and basically Ricardo Moore had spun in the final corner, and instead of turning it around because it was very narrow, he decided to reverse through the flying finish and then continued on. And it's just the bizarrest thing that I was thinking, this car's coming towards us backwards here. They got the car finished. He finished on the podium. They got the car fixed. He finished on the podium. But yeah, that was 2015 Azores. A first for me. This is your video footage, actually, Chris.
Yeah, we were at the end. This is the end of the qualifying stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
this was our first competitive action of the weekend.
So starting Azores off and then finishing it in another way.
And finishing it in another way that I've never ever happened. So this is the final stage of the Azores, the same year. So a couple of days later, this is Marion Griebel arriving. Now you can't quite see it yet, but Marion Griebel's got no co-driver in the car, because the co-driver basically was helping. The drive shaft had failed, and they were helping trying to get the car up the hill to the stop line. And once Marion got his momentum up, he basically left the co-driver at the bottom of the hill. So he arrived at the stop line, and here comes the co-driver a minute or so later, having pushed the car up the hill. I've never had that in my life. One, a car arriving backwards at a stop line. Two, a car arriving without a co-driver. And strange but true.
Now, another fascinating fact from the Azores, if you're ever watching on Eurosport the opening sequence to the ERC, and you've got all sorts of cars, or the car's missing, but there's a water splash in the opening title of the ERC programming, and that is the water splash at the bottom there of the hill of Tronquera. It's an amazing little thing, but so steep, the hill coming up afterwards. And in recent years, when Łukasz Habaj won last year, the stage has been extended just a little bit longer. So you've got to sort of square left or whatever you would call it, on the where actually this is still in the stage, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the last proper corner. But yeah, so those two things from the Azores 2015, which just very, very strange. I think we seem to have lost Callum right now, but
there he is. He's gone.
That's it. He's gone. But to be fair, I mean, other than looking forward to seeing the two we've got left and Callum, who's just disappeared, I can't wait to get going in Rome, and it's been great for these two to join us.
Amaury,
three,
and,
sorry.
Yes, and Callum, who's escaped. Just a couple of questions before we go, and then we'll wrap up for tonight. Miko, obviously Poland produces some fantastic drivers. Kajetan Kajetanovic, 3 times ERC champion, and of course multiple Polish champion. You're a Polish rally champion and moving on to ERC full time. Do you want to beat Kaito, 4-time European champion? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, funny. Thank you for these questions. Yeah, it's hard to beat Kaito because Kaito is the best in the history, probably in the raw 3 titles, which is really good. I think my experience when I'm going out from our country, of course, I'm happy that I'm Polish champion, but I know that I still need to learn a lot. Kaito was 4-time champion in Poland when he went to the ERC, and he's of course a big authority for me and for all young Polish drivers. In Polish history, we had some other good guys in the European Rally Championship in old years. That was Sobiesław Zasada, and in 1997 that was Krzysztof Hołowczyk and Maciej Wisławski, which are very famous in Poland. After it, 3 years Kajetan Kajetanowicz. I think that for the driver from Poland who is organizing all the possibility to start by own, this is the dream, to start in ERC. The WRC is different and require another preparation, but I hope that rally after rally, and maybe in future in the next season, after gaining some experience and knowledge, it will be possibility for me to drive fast in ERC, and I will do my best to be competitive for the best ERC drivers, but probably not in the first year. In the first year, I hope to be good competition for some ERC junior drivers, and step by step it is important to be on the finish line to make progress, and in 1 or 2 years be a part of top ERC drivers, I hope.
Good, fair play. I can't believe that Miko also, this is going to be the first season in rallying that you're actually taking an aeroplane to an event. Normally you drive to rallies, so this year is the first time you're actually going to fly on a plane instead of driving. I mean, someone who goes for a business meeting at 450 kilometers away during the day is going to be good for you when we can all get back on aeroplanes. But,
I've got a quick question on the basis of what you just asked, Miko, but for Callum and Amaury at the moment. Who do you, is there a driver, we talk about driver training and things like that, is there a driver that helps you? So like, for example, Callum is someone like Craig Green, or Amaury is someone like Thierry Neuville. Are those people available for you guys to talk to and get advice from?
Callum,
anyone?
Okay, yeah, for sure. But okay, Thierry Neuville is one of the famous drivers in the world at the moment, so it's difficult to catch up together. But yeah, when I was in WRC, he was there to give some advice and to help on the different shows. So when I can see him, for sure, he can give his advice, and he's there for that. But yeah, it's not easy for him also to give and to be available all the time, for sure. But when I see him, yeah, he can help, so that's quite good to. And it's an example, you know, for all the Belgian driver, because it's the best driver we have in rally, and since a couple of years. So even if he can't give any advice, and we can get the best example when we see the video on board, or we see how he's doing. So with Nicola, so that's a good advantage that we can get from him to have a big driver like him at the moment at the top level.
Callum, do you have drivers on tap to for you to tap up for some little information now and again? I can't hear him.
Oh,
Oh,
we
We
can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
him.
oh no, Callum, we can't hear you. Oh,
Oh.
you need to press your thing. He's doing it right now. Let's see. Can you hear us, Callum? Nearly there. Say something, Callum. Technology.
Because it was working before, but then he disappeared. Maybe he's not back.
Oh,
Oh,
then, Callum. Can you hear us? No. Oh, Callum Devine.
oh no.
not working.
Oh no, but no.
Oh.
Callum. I tell you what,
Oh, well.
bounce out and then come back in again, and hopefully.
Well, no,
you
because
can
we're
hear.
over on time. We're
Oh,
over
no,
on
we're being
time. That was the
shouted at
last
as well.
question.
Oh,
That was
my
the last
word.
question.
I was looking at what the
Yeah.
guests, all our viewers are watching. But Callum, you wave. We can't hear. Next time. So you could do sign language or something like that.
Not sure what's happened anyway.
Oh,
Anyway.
Oh no, he wanted to say something, but Callum's going to be European champion as well 1 year. We're going to share the love this evening. One rally that's missing on the calendar this year is of course Rally Poland, and it's back for 2021. We've had great times up in Mikołajki over the past few years, but it's just not been possible to get there this year.
We should have been going there today.
Yes.
Our travel day was today. We should have been flying there today. And that long drive from Warsaw to Mikołajki on the bumpy road.
Yeah, the
But
one where we always
unfortunately
pass the
not.
McDonald's on the way past. We're
Yes.
like, we'll meet you at the McDonald's the other side of Warsaw, and we always miss it every year. But Callum's gone; he's had enough. Guys, Miko, Amaury, Julian, and Callum, who's gone. We should have been going to Poland today. We'll be there next year, definitely. It's all confirmed that we're going to be on the 2021 calendar. Beautiful part of the world, Miko. You're on your way driving through it tonight. But we've got some fantastic footage of last year's rally taken from our Eurosport ERC helicopter. The stage will be back next Wednesday night. Stay in touch, keep in touch on social media, and of course on ERC's website for all the news, views and information as it breaks over the next 7 days. But we'll wrap it up all for you again next week when the stage returns. Callum, can you say anything before we go? I've been waffling.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear
Now
me?
it's okay.
We're gonna go. We're
I've
over
wanna-
time. I'm gonna get shouted at afterwards, but
Yeah, let's speak to Callum.
Go.
You want to speak to me?
yeah.
I know. Obviously, to answer your question before, we're quite lucky. I've Niall McShay has been very helpful to me all through my career. Some of you might know he won the Production World Championship in 04, was it? I think now. So, yeah, he's been very, very good for me from the Opel Adam days. Taught me how to learn about setup and stuff. And yeah, right up to Hungary, he was always giving me good advice. And yeah, he's been good to us and good to the family. So, yeah, very helpful for me.
Good.
You know.
Brilliant.
On that
All right.
bombshell. Callum, thanks for coming back.
I'm sorry for that.
We'll see you all in Rome. Guys, thank you for this evening. We'll make it short.
Thank
We'll
you.
wrap it up. We'll catch you next week. But this is some beautiful footage from Rally Poland. It should be happening this weekend, but isn't. We'll see you next week on the stage.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.